Hello everyone, today it's time for a new video and we're going to do another day of streetlight maintenance because we have a new council, a new contract, and this council has some very interesting street lighting, and you might actually recognize some parts here because I've made multiple scenery videos about this. But we're having some quite interesting defect streetlights today, so I figured why not record it. We're first going to start with a section fault that is here, a few defect streetlights. As you can see in front of me, they are LED, and these are like the best LED lanterns on the market right now, so I don't expect these LED lanterns to be having multiple defects. So we're going to turn these streetlights on here and see what works and what doesn't. So these three lanterns in front of me are the issue, but I don't think we have electricity inside the column itself, so it's very likely a section fault. Well, this was a very clear section fault, so no electricity going in the column itself. So I'll ask the company that actually does maintenance on the cables itself to fix it. Unfortunately, can't really show you guys too much of the process of turning the streetlights and everything on because of legal issues. So up next, people have complained about this particular lantern. It gives off too much light towards the house itself, which I kind of understand. So we're going to put a cover in the lantern itself so the light only shines towards the road and not too much towards the house anymore. Which I created this, which is basically just the same LED lantern, an example that was damaged, and we often fix the ball and then cut it in half, as you can see, and paint it black so we can install it inside the column. And this barely lets any light through, so I hope this solves the problem. Up next we basically have the exact opposite of what we just did, because someone put tape over this lantern, as you can see, also to prevent light. I don't know why you would do that on this side, but we're going to have to remove it since it's illegal to actually darken lanterns like this yourself. And it also looks pretty bad, and there's not really a reason why they should do this. You can always inform the council that you struggle with the light coming into your house or whatever, and if you have a good enough reason, we're going to professionally create a way to prevent light from coming into the house or anything, but you're not allowed to do it yourself. We're finally getting on with the real work here, and this is a defect lantern which we're going to fix, and it likely runs a 24 or 36 watt PL. Alright, looks like it runs a 24 watt PL. Which is clearly blackened at the end. So this will very likely solve the issue here. Well, that lantern kind of shows what I said with that the bulb they put in the lanterns here don't really make sense. Because this one was in a pathway and they put a 36 watt in there, and a very old one. So up next we had a defect LED lantern, at least that's what was told, but I think they're mentioning the water damaged fixtures that are behind the fence there, and this one just works completely fine. Unfortunately, I can't fix those because they are not council owned, so they're going to have to contact someone else. Well, this is one for the history books, which there's actually quite a few of these. They have been retrofitted with a 70-watt sun. Up next, another PL lantern, a Residian, which there's a lot of here, and a lot with defect bulbs as well. And again we're seeing a blacked out PL from 2014. Well, let's put a fresh one in. Up next we have this Metronomis lantern, which doesn't work, of course. I really don't hope it's a ballast, because the way to replace the ballast takes quite a long time and is incredibly annoying. I think it's pretty clear why this one isn't working. We'll give it a new lamp anyway. Well, to keep this video interesting, we also have the smaller version here, which has a bulb from 2012. So that thing definitely did a pretty good job as well. This bulb right here is even older, it's from 2010. Well, if you ask me what the worst conventional bulbs are, it are definitely these PLT bulbs, because they break so incredibly easily. So right here we are going to replace the ballast, considering the bulb itself isn't that old, it doesn't look bad at all. And there's actually a old electronic Phillips ballast in there, which aren't known to be the best in here, so I think it would be wise to install a new ballast. So I installed a new electronic ballast, so hopefully it will work for many more years now. So we're going to finish with this Defect LED lantern here. Likely the driver, but maybe a loose wire. We'll have to open it up. You can kind of smell it from here, so we're going to have to replace the driver. The driver is replaced with a new one. The only bad part always about replacing the older ones is that the wires are always too short since they changed their design. So you have to redo all of the wires here. But we're going to put it back together, give it a clean and install it again. Well, that was basically it for today. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video.